Let's be real here. Even if you're a pro, oil changes are sometimes messy. And it's something, no matter what, we have to do on our cars. Well, today I'm going to show you how this Fumoto valve is going to change your life when it comes to doing oil changes on your car, particularly Subarus. But before we get to installing it, let's first talk about what we're dealing with. This is a Fumoto valve. I'm sure many of you that have been around Subarus for a long time have seen these on cars. I actually have one already on my STI, but I thought it's time to go ahead and install one in the Forester. And all it is it threads into where your drain plug goes and it becomes a valve. So it's got a nice little spring in here that kind of latches it into this groove. And then all you got to do to drain your oil now is push it up and go ahead and open the valve. And then as you can see, we have a valve. And overall, it's a pretty simple concept. All it is a valve where your drain plug goes. You can get these for more than just Subarus. I just do them on my Subarus because that's what I have. And all of the Subarus or the EJs have the same thread pitch. So you can pick this up for relatively cheap pretty much anywhere. But for those people with the FBs, you can also get one for those. It's just got a slightly different thread pitch. Besides getting the valve here, there's a couple different variations. You have the short nose, which I have, and I'll talk about that in a second. But you also have the long nose, which has a kind of piece right here, as well as the original, which I have on the STI, which has no nipple here, and it's just an open valve. So you have three different options for that. Besides the valve, they also include kind of a felt gasket. I really hope this seals because, as you guys know, I have bent my oil pan a bit on some of our off-road adventures. So I'm really hoping this guy seals. If not, we'll have to apply some sealant. And now they're starting to include this nice little locking mechanism here, which allows you to go ahead and lock the lever so that some people were worried about the lever opening up. I've never had it happen on my STI because, as I said, it actually kind of latches in there. And I've actually had to work it out before, but I've never had an issue where it comes out on its own. But just for the people that are worried, now you can get a little bit of a clip that allows you to clip that shut so you never have to worry about that falling out. And as mentioned, I chose to go with the short nose one for, well, obviously a couple of reasons. I didn't want the long nose to get too jammed up with stuff while we're off-roading, but I did want to be able to connect the hose here. And this gives us a nice happy medium because we do have this, which you're not really able to connect the hose, but you can buy this accessory right here. And this actually clips right on here and allows you to have a 3/8 hose, drain your oil, and then when you're done, you can go ahead and break it off and you're good to go. So that's why I went with this. But as I said, there's a couple different variants and it will really depend on what your use case is. And to install one of these, it's actually relatively easy. What you're going to want to do is make sure that you're installing one of these during your oil change, because to remove the drain plug, you're obviously going to be draining the oil. So that's what we're going to be doing today in the Forester. The Forester needs a bit of an oil change after a couple dusty adventures. So I thought I might as well go ahead and install this in now. Other than that, you just go ahead and would thread this in like any other oil pan plug. One thing to mention is that there is some clearance issues with certain cars. So specifically for Subarus, there's no issues, but if you are installing it on something else, be sure to look up your clearances as there are extenders if needed. And also, they do provide torque specs for installing this, but obviously if you don't have any fancy tools like an open-ended socket, you're probably not going to be able to put a torque wrench on this. So just go ahead and do it your typical tightness of your oil pan plugs. And with that being said, it's as easy as doing an oil change. So go ahead, lift up your car if needed. I don't need to on the Forester, and start draining that oil and changing the filter before you toss one of these in. Don't need that anymore. And then once you have your oil drained and your filter changed, you can go ahead and throw in the valve and your install is pretty much done. And with your oil filled up and a new filter on, you have done an oil change and you installed one of the best mods you can do for your Subaru, especially if you're someone that likes to do DIY. With that being said, I'm sure a few people are going to ask me a couple questions regarding this. And as I said, I have been running it on the STI pretty much since I've owned it, so I can hopefully answer some of them. The first one is, will it affect clearance, especially in a vehicle like this that is taken primarily off-road? Obviously, some people have some concerns about that. And well, if you're taking it off-road, I hope you have skid plates, first of all. That being said, I do have a skid plate that gives me quite a bit of clearance between the oil pan and the skid plate itself. So there's tons of room for that. I could, as I said, theoretically have fit the long nose one in there, but I just didn't want it to fill up with grime and dust and everything and be a pain in draining. And speaking of draining, someone's probably going to ask, does it affect how quickly you can drain the oil pan? And yes, unfortunately, it constricts it probably, if that's the original hole, it's about half the size for your drain hole. And if you're really looking to do fast oil changes, maybe this isn't the right tool for you. But if you're liking to do them clean and efficient, this is probably the thing you want. And finally, I've heard lots of people say that those latches might come undone. As I said, I've ran it in the STI with no skid plate for a very long time, and there's tons of people online running them with no issues. The mechanism, as I showed you, is quite clever, where it latches into itself with a little bit of spring, so something actively has to push it and also spin it at the same time. And nowadays, with the new ones, you're able to get that piece of plastic that locks it. It adds a second layer of protection. And honestly, I don't know why it took me so long to install this on my Forester. Let me know down below if you're thinking or have one of these installed in your Subaru. And with that being said, don't forget to go ahead and check out Flat 4 Off-Road for all your Venture Subaru needs, as well as the channel memberships for some exclusive perks and behind the scenes content. And with that being said, I will be seeing you in the next adventure.